7.
What time do we... Oh.
Hi. It's December 8th, and I'm meeting Tom, Payne, and everyone today. And I just woke up, and it's like 2 in the morning. So, love that for me.
So, we are on our way to Walker Stalker Con. It's a 4-hour drive, so we woke up at like 1 in the morning, and it's 4 right now. We're at Cumberland's. But yeah, so I'll let it be a surprise. We're like meeting and stuff, and I'll put like all of our pictures in here and us meeting our friends. So, yeah. We're in line for Cooper and Kari. I'm really excited. Just hope they pick us up. So, as you can tell, I did not actually end up vlogging as much as I thought I was going to. But anyways, this is going to be my Walker Stalker Con experience video. If you don't know what Walker Stalker is, it's basically a Walking Dead convention, and they have it in different like places all around the world. I went to the one that was in New Jersey. It was on December 8th and 9th. We left Saturday morning because my mom had to work Friday and she's our ride. So we left at like 3 in the morning, and it was a 4-hour drive. We didn't even sleep in the car because we were just too excited. I'm just gonna talk about things as they happened like throughout the weekend. So we got to the convention at 8:30-ish, I think, and we had to first go to Will Call to get our tickets and stuff, so we did that. It was me, my best friend Holly, and my mom, and we all had general admission. So that meant we had to wait outside in the freezing cold in a line. Then we ended up going out to find my 2 friends, Heather and Carrie, because we wanted to sit in their car and get warm for a bit. So we found them, and then we just went back into the convention. I'm pretty sure once we got in, like, the line was actually moving into the convention, so we were still, like, stuck in line for another hour, but we at least got to be warm. And the entire time, we were just all freaking out, and I was, obviously, if you know me, Tom Payne, my idol, and I was very excited to see him, and we were all freaking out and talking about everything because he was literally in the same building as us. I think the first thing we did once we actually got in was we were just walking around and checking things out because I had a photo op at, I think it was like 12:15, so we had an hour or two to just chill until we had to get ready for that. We walked around and we met our friends, and then we looked at like the autograph tables and stuff so we could just like see people. And that was the first time I saw Tom in person, and I had an entire breakdown. I forgot to put this in there. This is from right when we met our friends and we went into the convention center. Here's my first breakdown over Tom. After that, I had to go find my friend Becca because we were getting ready for our duo photo op with Tom Payne and Ross Marquand. We waited in line for a bit, and then it was our turn. And so when you do photo ops, there's a line that goes in right here, and then there's a curtain. And when you're up next, you're standing right here, and the person's like right here. So I saw him and started shaking so bad. It's our turn, and we walk in. And Tom's like, oh my god, hi, and I was just like, hi. It was like so awkward. So our pose, we had a pride flag, and they were gonna hold it, and we were just gonna like, you know, hug them and stand with them. Yeah, so I explained that to them, and we did the photo op. It came out so cute. I love this so much. You can see like how excited we all were. I'm closing my eyes in this, but that was kind of on purpose, so we didn't get a redo. And when we were heading out, I didn't know I had time to like hug Ross. So I was like walking away, and he's like that, and then we had like the most awkward hug I've ever experienced in my life. I'm pretty sure one of them took a time lapse, so I did get to slow that down, and I have the clip of me meeting him for the first time. Actually, before that, I got to meet one of my friends, Meg. She is from a different fandom. She's from the Big Brother fandom, but she actually came to Walker Stalker. Next, we kind of just walked around and looked at things until Tom went back to his autograph booth. I had a disability pass, so I had to get a callback time where I could just like go in at that time, and I would go in right away. Holly went with me so that she could like record it, like just because obviously you're not allowed to record while you're doing that. So yeah, she went with me, and I don't remember it that much, and she didn't get this part on video, but when I first saw him, I just kind of like walked up and I was shaking really bad, and he gave me like the best hug in the world, and it was amazing. I gave him my drawing and letter that I made for him, and my Twitter username was on it, and he said he recognized it, which was like amazing.
Wait, is this Twitter or Instagram?
It's Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen your name on Twitter. Yeah.
We're the ones who FaceTimed you with the split screen and the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Right, I remember.
Then he asked if we were gonna do a picture, and I was like, I have to tell you something. And I told him, I'm not gonna like say it in this video because it's really personal, but I told him about something that I was like going through that year that was like really hard and how he helped me through it. And he was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And he hugged me, and it was like, I have the video of the hug. It was like really sweet. And he was like, oh, that's amazing, great job. To take our selfies, and I swear to god he took like 20 of them, and he kissed me on the cheek, which was adorable. I'm just gonna pop some of my favorite pictures he took on the screen. After that, he actually asked me what my name was again, which I was like, why do you need to know? That was kind of like...
What was your real name? I didn't hear it. Go ahead. Okay.
Oh my god, and if you see in that video, when I was crying into his shoulder, I got a piece of his hair in my mouth, and it was like really awkward. But yeah, and then he gave me another hug, and then he like tickled me, and it was adorable. Like, I was like, ah.
Are you gonna ask me about the heart?
And then lastly from that, I told him that I wanted him to draw a heart that I'm gonna get tattooed on my wrist, and he kind of drew like a teardrop. Like, it was nice. Like, I'm still gonna get tattooed, but like, it doesn't really look that good, sorry. After that, I went with Holly to go see Nadia again. She's pretty new, but if you don't know, she plays Magna, and she told Holly to come back so that she could draw something for her tattoo. So we went back. Nadia, she is so pretty and sweet and amazing, and she gives really good hugs.
All right, Holly. Next time I'll see you, I see that heart in your body, huh?
Can I have a hug?
So nice. Thank you so much, guys.
Day 2, we left the hotel at like 8:30. I don't really remember exactly. And then we went to Dunkin's and went to the convention, where I'm pretty sure we just got to go right in because VIP was already let in. The first thing we did in the con was me and Holly had to go redeem our photo op tickets for our Kari Payton and Cooper Andrews photo op. And then we just got in line for that. So we actually got in the wrong line at first because they pushed our photo op back and didn't even tell us. So we got in the line for just Kari Payton. We got all the way up to the front of the line. We were just like, where's Cooper? So we were in the wrong line. We had our pose picked out. We picked it out while we were in line, actually. We wanted them to just pick us up, and we didn't know if they would. So we like asked the person who worked there, and she was like, well, you ask them, it's up to them. And they did. It was adorable, and Kari just like lifted me right up. It was really, really cool. And then at the end, Cooper was like laughing at us because he thought it was a stupid question that we asked. Pretty much right after that op, I had to go get in line for my Tom op, which I actually, oh god, I forgot to mention, before my first op, I met one of my best friends, Mal, who is also part of the Big Brother fandom, and she's super sweet and amazing. Me and Mal were waiting in line together, freaking out and crying because we were really nervous to meet Tom. It was going to be her first time meeting him. So the line was like really long because they had to let VIP and Gold and all that crap in first, so we had to wait a really long time. And once when it was my turn, I walked in and he was like, hi! And I said, I don't have a pose picked out, so you can do whatever you want. That was like my plan since the beginning of the convention. And he got behind me and he like hugged me from behind, and it was super cute. I was literally holding on to his arm so tight, like I kind of feel bad. I wanted to wait a bit before I met Tom again at his table, so in between, we actually went to go see Seth. I gave him a drawing that I made on my tablet, and he spent like an entire minute like looking at it and was like, oh my god! I'm like, yeah.
Wow, this is really good.
Thank you.
This is really good. Thank you.
And he is like so different from anyone else that was there. Like when you meet him, he shakes your hand and he's like, "Hi, I'm Seth." I'm like, "I know who you are." We got pictures with him, so I'll just put them up on the screen here. After that, I waited in Tom's absolutely insane line with Maul, and it was super long. At first, I was just gonna go with Maul and just like hug him and stuff and go with her, and then I was gonna get back in line, but that would be way too much line, so I just went right after her. But this time when I met him, I was screen recording with like the audio and stuff, and I have like the beginning part when I was just like next in line and I was like biting my nails and I was like shaking. It was so bad. So when it was my turn, this is the absolute like craziest thing, even if it's like super small. It was the most insane thing that happened to me this weekend. When I was walking up to Tom, like I was just standing there awkwardly because he went back to like change the song on his phone. If you watch The Walking Dead, there is this song that they play in one of the episodes where like everyone's getting ready to fight, and it's Arsonist's Lullaby. It is one of my favorite songs in the entire world. I used to listen to it every single day. You can guess what song he changed it to right when I walked up to his booth. I was bawling my eyes out. I could not handle it. He turned around and he just came right up to me and I was crying and I just gave him like a hug for so long. You can't hear it on the recording because he like whispered it, but when I was hugging him, he was like, "I read your letter," which I was like shocked by because he always posts on like his Instagram story and stuff, and usually after cons he's like out like at bars and stuff, I'm pretty sure. But this time he was like, "I read your letter," and he was like, "I'm so proud of you, you did so great." And that's like, it was amazing, and I have that on video, so I'll put it right here. I did make him like a bracelet and I dropped it while I was hugging him because I was just like crying so much, and the lady had to pick it up and give it to me. So this is my matching bracelet. I made the beads. I made this entire thing. It was kind of like a last minute thing, but I like spent a lot of time on it. And each bead stands for like something different, and I gave it to him with like a card that said each thing. I really hope he still has it. I don't know if he does, but I really hope he does.
Something else? Oh, that's great.
Then we took our selfies, and I'll put them on the screen here. They came out so cute, and I love them. There was one where I was like in the middle of crying, but in the last one he like had to put his hand on my head because I was just like bawling my eyes out and I wouldn't stop. After that, he was like, "Okay, you gotta stop crying because you're gonna make me cry." And he like he had like tears all in his eyes, and you can't see it in the video because like I had my phone, but it was it was like it broke my heart. Like I was like, "I don't want to make you cry."
You're gonna make me
And at one point you could actually like hear him sniffle and just like I feel really bad. Then he was like, "Okay, I'll see you again," and I was like, "Yeah, next year," and I left. And since I was an entire mess, like tears were pouring down my face, and this lady that like worked at the con like gave me a piece of candy because I was crying. Oh, okay, I forgot to mention, on Saturday when we were leaving for the con, Tom was meeting with someone and I was like standing like near his booth kind of, and I looked in and I like waved at him and he was like, and then he mocked me crying. He was like, yeah, it was great. So the last thing we did before we left on Sunday was Chandler was meeting like with one more person and he was about to leave, and so we like waved at him and he waved at all of us, and then we left. So yeah, that was my Walker Stalker experience. It was the best weekend of my entire life. I'm not even exaggerating. It was amazing. I'm so grateful for everything, and it actually turned out better than I thought it would. So it was really great, and I'm really just thankful for Tom, and he spent so much like time with me, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!